joining me today. Can you see me? Can you hear me? If you can see me and hear me, please let me know in the comment section. Yes, we are live. Okay. Welcome. I am Dr. Chimsom Ogu, your skin and confidence doctor, and welcome to this week's episode of Glow Into the Week. Now, happy Easter. Who's excited? It's Easter. Yeah. I hope you had a nice, holiday. Those of us that do 9 to 5, we are happy. Next, tomorrow we have an extra holiday. Yes, and we are going to, relax and rest and all. Happy Easter, guys. So today is Easter Sunday, and it is just a small reminder to us of something that is very, very powerful. You can rise again. Now, no matter where you are in life, no matter what you have been through, irrespective of how you feel right now, or what happened yesterday, 10 years ago, or what you feel is drawing you back, I'm telling you today, you can rise again, and you definitely will. Right? So, welcome. Now, what's the meaning of Easter? What is the meaning? Ask yourself, what does Easter really mean to me? What does it really mean to you? Easter is not just a celebration. It's not just about eating rice and chicken, family coming together, stuff like that. Truth is that Easter, it sends a very powerful message. One that resonates with me is this, that dead things can live again. I say dead things can live again. Did you hear me? So what is it that is dead in your life? What is that thing that you started it and then you stopped it and you didn't follow through because you felt like it's not going to work? Or you told somebody your dream and they just shut it down like, it's already dead on arrival, it's not happening. Or you've done something and you failed and you you're just giving up and you feel like that thing is dead. What is that thing? Just know that Easter is proof that dead things that we've given up on, things that we've forgotten about, can live again. They can rise again. Another powerful message Easter celebration gives us is this: broken things can be restored. Yes, I'll say it again. Broken things can be restored. Is it a relationship? A relationship that went sour, your marriage, your family member, your child, you have a bad relationship with your child or anything like that. Is it something like that? The truth is that it can be restored. Yes, I know that you may feel like, it's far gone, nothing can be done, I cannot do anything, it's not my fault, blah, 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 those things that we tell ourselves. But know that it can be restored. Why do I say that? Most times we focus on what other people can do, to make something work out. We forget that people react to how we act. So if you want something to change, if you want a broken relationship to change, you start by yourself. Now, what part of that relationship can you fix? What can you do yourself? What is that broken thing that you can repair? Focus on your circle of influence. That's what you can do to change the situation, and forget about the other person. Don't dwell on what this person did not do, what this person did not do. If it's a relationship, your marriage, whatever, it can be restored. I don't believe that anything gets to a point where it's irredeemable once the parties are ready to do it. But even if the other party is not ready, but you do what you need to do, there's no way people treat us the way we treat them. There's no way you give love and keep giving love that somehow it doesn't come back to you. That's just the truth. So broken things can be restored. Another powerful message Easter brings is that new life is possible. If you're in a space where everything seems like it's old, it's not going well, new ideas are possible. New things can be started. You can transform, like you can become a new person. You can become who you want to be. Like that image you have of yourself that you feel like you're never going to get there. New life is actually very, very possible. That is one powerful message Easter brings to us. So Romans 8:11 says, the spirit of him who raised Jesus lives in you. So yes, Jesus lives in you. So why do you feel like things are not possible, things cannot work out for you, when God himself lives in you? Why do you have who gave you the effort to think that way, when you can actually switch it up and know that if God lives in you, so you are walking in that direction? I usually tell myself fondly, I like my name. My name is Chimsom. So whenever I have a hard situation, when I need to go somewhere, my name is a reminder to myself that God walks with me. Chimsom. So if I have a problem, if I'm in a tough situation and I feel like I'm about to lose it, it's about to go down and it's not going to work out, I remind myself of that. Chimsom. So know that if Chimsom, nothing can go wrong, right? So find that thing that's going to help you, remind you all the time that the Spirit of God is in you and you can't, go wrong. Now, the truth is that the reality of life is that sometimes life will make us feel exhausted. You feel tired. You feel like, I don't want to do this thing again. It's just stressing me too much. Life sometimes will break your confidence. Like this thing you have prepared, you are good, you are ready to do it, but somehow you don't feel up to it. You don't feel like you can do it. You're shrinking, you're shying away because things you failed, or things are not going exactly the way you planned they will go. You didn't feel like you're not at the place where you thought you'd be at this time. So life can break your confidence. Secondly, life can shake your identity. You're now unsure of who you are. You are unsure of who you are supposed to become. You're in that space where, I don't know, but God has already said who you are. So why are you unsure? Why do you allow that thought come into you? Because everything starts in your mindset. If you believe something, your life is going to take the tune of what you believe about yourself. Life can make you question yourself. You have done this thing, but you're asking yourself, hey, what if I did like this, uncle? What if that's the decision I made yesterday? I shouldn't have made it. Wouldn't it have gone bad? Life can put us in those spaces that make us, doubt what we know, what is actually true about us. There are also seasons when you feel like, I don't even have it anymore in me. I don't just feel like doing this. In short, I'm just tired. Some people even, depending on that person, they're like, oh, I want to die. People have those type of thoughts. Oh, I want to deny God. Why did this thing happen to me? Life gives you have those stages in life. And almost everybody has experienced something like this in the course of their life. So just know that you're not alone. I have gone through those times. You have gone through those times. Somebody has gone through that. Everybody has had a time when they either felt exhausted, they did not lack confidence, they were not sure of who they were at that moment. And it's okay. But the truth is, the difference is what you do with that feeling or that thing that life throws you. Now, we start to believe lies, that when things fall apart, we start to believe that maybe I've missed it somewhere. Maybe it's never supposed to happen for me. Maybe I'm not just enough. Maybe I'm not made for this. Maybe I'm not strong. I'm not supposed to be with this. Maybe I can't do this again. You start to believe those things about yourself, but that's not true. Just know that it is not true. The truth is that you are not finished. You are not. You are in a process. What feels like it's ending may actually be a transition. So let us appreciate the process. Sometimes we are so focused on the end, on making it the way it's supposed to go, how it's supposed to go, that we are forcing and we forget to enjoy the path to where we are going to. And before you know it, we have gotten there and we don't know it. Let me give you a typical example. You have children, they are toddlers, and you're shouting, everywhere is scattered, this way, you are doing this, and every time you're frustrated, you're angry, you're this. Remember that a time is going to come in your life when they have grown and your house is going to be tidy, your house is going to be empty, and you won't have anybody and you wish for them to come and stay with you. And yet, when you are in the process, you have to focus on the issues, on the stress. You did not enjoy it while you should have. Before you know it, they've grown up and you're gone. So that's a typical example of not enjoying the process while you're in it. So just know that whatever you feel like now is stressing you, know that there's a skill you're supposed to build. You're supposed to learn resilience. There's something you're supposed to learn at that time, and don't miss it. Stay with it, focus on it, and I've tried to find a good aspect of every circumstance I find myself. There are always two sides to a coin, irrespective of what you're going through. No matter how hard it is, there are always two sides to a coin. Either you have to learn a lesson before you can move on from that place. Everything happens to you on your way to becoming. So you have to purposely stay the process and enjoy it and move with the process. God is not done with you. You are still, you can definitely rise again. Now, when I say rising again, what does it mean? It means that no matter how many times you fail, you keep trying and trying and trying. There are two types of people that fall and stay down, and those that fall and rise, no matter how many times they fall. So always tell yourself that I will show up even when I doubt myself. So rising again means that I will show up after doubt. Yeah, the doubt will come, but it's not going to put me down. I'm going to keep showing up, being the best version of myself, irrespective of how I feel. Rising again means that you start to believe again after you've been disappointed. Is it a relationship? Maybe relationship went bad, and because of that, you're like, oh, all men are devil, so I'm not going to date again. Or you had a bad business relationship, like, oh, people are not to be trusted, so I'm not going to. And you miss opportunities. You miss good people because you have blocked your mind and you've told yourself that I'm disappointed, so nothing good can come from it. Rising again means that you believe that good things come even after disappointment. And sometimes when you put your mind in a place that, oh, I only meet bad people, there are bad people everywhere, bad people will keep coming to you because that's what you're expecting. When you expect something, you get it. So when your mind says bad people all the time, men are scum, all those things people say, all men are this, once you believe that, that's what you're going to be getting. That's just the truth. You attract what you believe, whether you like it or not. So start by changing your mindset, changing what you believe in, and then start to believe that, oh, for example, you're in a relationship and it did not go well, but keep telling yourself that I'm going to meet wonderful people, I'm going to meet this kind of person. They actually exist, because only when you put your mind in that way will you attract what you believe. You can't attract something that you don't believe that exists. Listen, rising again also means that you are willing to start again without shame. Forget what happened working and all. Believe again after disappointment. Start again, moving without being afraid. Resurrection is not just an event, it's a lifestyle. So irrespective of what happens, keep showing up, keep rising, keep shining. Confidence is actually built here in this small space where you feel like it's not going to work. Confidence is not built when everything is perfect. It's built when you fall and you rise again. It's built when you feel fear, but however, you are moving. It's built when you choose yourself again and again, irrespective of what you're told, irrespective of what you feel. Every time you rise, you trust yourself more. You give yourself a reason to trust yourself more. So keep rising. The Bible tells in Isaiah 61, says, arise, shine, for your light has come. The Bible also says, when I fall, I'll rise. It did not say when I fall, I stay down. So no staying down here. We don't do that here. The Bible says, so your story is not over because you stumbled. You only allow it to be over if you stumble and you don't stand. So no stumbling and not standing. So let go of what was. You have to let go of the past. You cannot rise if you keep holding on to past mistakes, old identities, who you used to be, guilt of something that you did that, you feel like is making you not worth it, not deserving of what you should actually have. If you keep holding on to fear, to get renewal, you require release. You need to release those things so that you can move forward. Now, when you renew your mind, your confidence returns, your peace increases, and your body responds. So that stress reduces clarity. So when you renew your mind, clarity increases and your glow comes naturally from inside out. So this week, I invite you to ask yourself, where do I need to rise again? What have I given up too soon? What version of me is waiting to come alive? Ask yourself, take time, reflect, and write it down. Take one step, just one this week, to becoming a stronger you, to becoming the renewed version of yourself. Now, our affirmations for the week. I rise again with strength and clarity. I am not defined by my past. I am becoming stronger and wiser. I embrace new beginnings. I glow from within. Now, Easter reminds us that there is always another beginning. There's always hope. There's always life after loss. So I implore you to rise again. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Dr. Chimsom Ogu, your skin and confidence doctor. I help you grow from inside out. Please don't forget to like, share, and follow our channel. Have a great week. Bye-bye.